What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the blog. Today doing something a little bit different again. We're actually going to be working on my girlfriend's 1998 SRX 600, cleaning power valves today. I have never done it in the year and a half that I've owned it, and I'm sure they look just disgusting. And I was looking up how to do them online, and there really wasn't a whole lot of videos on how to do it, especially with these Yamahas. There's videos on the Polarises, but these are a little bit different, so I figured, well, I'll go ahead and I'll make a video on it. And you'll either see me fail at it and wreck the sled, or maybe you'll learn something if you have to do yours. So yeah, we'll get into the video. This is the triple, so it's gonna be 3 power valves. Basically, a power valve, it just kind of opens up when you get into the higher revs to give you that little bit more power is kind of how I interpret them being used. They're synced, so I'm not going to take them off the sled. I'm just going to take them out and clean them. And then by the end, I'm going to make sure they're still synced and they're opening up properly to get as much speed out of this sled as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into cleaning them. The tools you'll need for this, most importantly, you need a beer, because you know it just helps. Always does. Okay, not always. That's anyway. Carbon choke cleaner. This will work pretty well. I've heard of people using acetone before and paint stripper, but we're gonna try this first. I don't want to do too much damage to it. Some sort of, this is a plastic scraper that I usually used for tint to help kind of get some of the big stuff off. I don't really want to gouge into the metal. A razor blade, or a depression blade as I've called it before. That's not funny. Okay, this will be used to scrape off some of the big stuff that you can't get the piece of plastic. And then after you soak it in the carb cleaner or brake cleaner, this will help scrape it off. And then yeah, just another can, because I don't know how much I'm going to need. And then of course the proper tools to get it off. I'm just using some Allen keys because, well, one of them will fit. I don't know what size it. I'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, this is how you take it all apart. And again, the most important part is the beer. Alright, if I'm understanding this correctly off of what it said online, you'd take these out here to replace the cables and all of these, but to get to the actual power valve, I believe there's 4 screws right here, and that is dirty. Great. 4 screws right here that you pop out to get to it. I see this one's a little loose, so I don't really know what's going on there, but I'll certainly have to look into that, because yeah, that's a bit odd. I don't know why it's doing that. But without further ado, let's figure out what size Allen key we need here and get these out. Nope, too small. Tried that before. Sorry, don't demonetize me, YouTube. That was supposed to be a joke. Okay, that's the right size. Crack that one loose. I'm gonna crack each one loose one at a time, just so we're not over torquing something or whatever else. Get out of there. There we go. All right, this will be the first view that I get, the first view that you get of this power valve and how nasty it is. Let's pull it out and take a look. Come on, get out of there. You know, not as bad as I thought, you know. The fins here are in really good shape. These, yeah, you know, these are actually in pretty good shape. I'm definitely going to clean them up a little bit and stick them back in, but for the middle one, it's a little dirty, but not awful, that's for sure. So we'll just put that there for now. Make sure you don't lose any of the pieces. I'm gonna go grab some paper towels. All right, let's get her cleaned up. Make sure we don't see any metal etching or metal pieces on it at all. That is not what we want to see, that's for sure. Clean up all this stuff. Make sure this stuff kind of all stays the same. A little bit of a bubble in the gasket there, but not anything that's going to affect the performance. But yeah, you can see there's some carbon buildup on the side of this valve. But yeah, no, not awful, that's for sure. But we'll get her cleaned up. And I only showed you one in the video on how to do it because I wasn't going to make you sit through 20 minutes of me tearing this thing apart and cleaning it. But basically, you're just going to take them all apart, clean them, make sure they look brand new, put them in, pop off your little synchros thing that all the power valve cables are around, make sure they're all lined up. You'll see them. You want a little bit closer way of how to do that, just Google it. I can do a separate video on it, I guess, if you really want me to, but it's kind of boring. You just have to know what you're doing, and sometimes it's easier just to read about it. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, what else you think you want to see done on this thing, you know, chain case change, oil change, you know, stuff like that. Currently I'm going to go take a shower and wash my hands because I am dirty. But